Times are tough in the housing market.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to move on to this one. Foreclosures are at the highest rate in decades.
Yes, and homeowners are trying to sell are actually facing months of waiting, and many are taking a loss on their properties. So if you have to sell, what can you do to make your home just a little bit more desirable?
Yeah, got to get into professionals maybe, and we have one with us. Professional house stager Kara Woods is here, and she's going to talk to us about some expensive ways to just make your house so incredible that people have to buy it, right?
Exactly.
All right,
Exactly.
what do we do, Kara?
Well, first off, staging is all about preparing your home for the market. So you want to convert it. You want to take your personal taste out of it and neutralize it. So we don't want any wacky colors, no purples and pinks and blues. We've got to get everything into the sages and the beiges and the creams. That's our first step. Okay? And then we'd like to declutter it and really take a fresh eye and look at, make room so that people can walk around and
Sure. I've heard of taking things off the kitchen counter so that it looks like it's really, there's a lot of space. Maybe you put a bowl of fruit there, light some candles we were talking about. What about pictures? I've heard take all the family pictures down.
You want to get all the tchotchkes, the personal photos, anything that that is personal out, so that when I walk into your home, I want to feel like I could move in and comfortable there. I don't want to feel like I'm stepping into your personal zone.
Now, you say this is something that's been done on the West Coast for so long, and now it's kind of migrating its way over here. Why do you think this sudden, change in, staging?
Well, that's a great question. I think it's really because we're in such a housing slump. And at this point, you've got to get competitive and you've got to get creative. And staging, the statistics really speak for themselves. 95% of the homes that are staged sell in 35 days.
Is there a situation, where maybe your furniture isn't that great, or you've got some other things where it's actually better to kind of move those out into storage and rent some furniture that looks great?
Absolutely. Yeah. You want to present a very neutral look. So if your furniture isn't neutral, sometimes we do that. Especially we do that in a home that's vacant. If there's a room and you want to
put some furniture in it, huh?
Yeah. Exactly, and you want people to understand exactly what the purpose of that room is, so that when they look at it, it doesn't look like there's just a bare fireplace.
And they don't sit there and go, oh, what could we do here? They
they say, oh, here's a living room, and we could relax in here and have a glass of wine, and look at us, we could entertain here. If we have a pool, let's get all the chairs out, let's get the hot towels laid out, and let's get the margarita machine.
Yeah.
And let people see what they could be doing.
What does it cost to have a professional stager come in and help you?
It really varies, because depending on the size of the home and how bad it looks, right? Or how much is needed. It could vary. But nowadays, we're trying to work with people's budget. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. You can have somebody come in and make a top 10 list and say, okay, here's the top 10 things that you need to do. So the homeowner can do it themselves. They also can have a stager do it professionally. So you can go away for the weekend and come back, and everything is ready to go. Awesome. Stage is set, and you're going on the market.
Thanks so much, Kara Woods from Danbury. Thanks for making the trip up here. We know it was difficult.
Yes,
all right,
thank
good
you.
to see you.
Well, we have got Idol news coming up next.
We certainly do.